Okay, y'all, real quick. Don't I look cross-eyed a little bit? Like, it look like my eye is wandering. I mean, nothing against cross-eyed people, but yeah, I mean, that's besides the point. If you like this look that I'm giving right now, I'm giving very much fall, keep on watching, babe.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Teouna. So glad that you're here. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it, guys. This look is gonna be giving very much fall, very much outside, very much warm vibes. So let's just go ahead and start off with moisturizing our face. Y'all know I love Pond's. It's just so good for moisturizing your face. And I'm going to do my best with trying to show you guys each product that I use. So moving on, we're going to be using our Epsilite. This is just going to be drying up any oils that I have and blurring those blemishes and big pores. For primer, I'm going to be using the NYX Bear With Me Jelly Primer and then the e.l.f. Hydro Grip. Now, I love both of these. However, just my opinion, I do not use the Bear With Me by itself. Nothing against the primer. I just don't trust it by itself. Now, that's just for my skin. It may work differently for you. But for me, I just don't trust the jelly Bear With Me by NYX by itself. So I have to combine it with another primer. After priming, as you guys know, I go in with my Dermablend translucent powder and I press it into my skin. This is just an extra step that I take because my skin gets really oily, and this helps to press the primer into my skin so that those oils do not push out. When doing my brows, I use the NYX Slim Brow Pencil. I use the color black and I use espresso. I put the black towards the back of my brow. I start with that and then I work my way to the front. When I get closer to the front to make my brow appear more natural and give it a beautiful ombre effect, I use the espresso. So starting off with black to sharpen my tail, and then in the front when I'm creating my fake hairs and I'm blending it all together, I use espresso. Okay guys, so now it's time to clean up the brows and conceal them. To do this, I am, well, for one, this is a fall makeup look, so I've officially transitioned into like my fall makeup, my fall and winter makeup. And for fall and winter, I definitely use Tarte Tarte Tape Shape Concealer. For the lighter tone, I use Tan Deep Sand, and then for the darker shade, which is more closer to like my foundation shade, I use Deep Sand. So as you can see, I use the Tan Deep Sand for my highlighted area under my brow to give it a more raised and arch look. And then for the top of my brow and more towards my nose where I will be contouring, I use the Deep Sand. For my highlighted areas, I'm going to go back in with my Tarte Tape Shape Concealer in the shade Tan Deep Sand. I'm going to be putting that under my eye, under my contour line, at the middle of my forehead, in the middle of my chin. Guys, make sure that you pay attention to placement, okay? Even though makeup is your prerogative, you know, everybody has their own look, but whether it's your look or my look, placement is important for how you want your makeup to turn out. It's important for the shape of your face. It's important for the look that you're going for, whether it's a fall look, date night look, or a just summer, whatever, you know, work, whatever. Placement is important. So don't just throw your makeup on in your way, okay? Pay attention to what you're doing. So for foundation, I am gonna give Lancome a try again. I don't know what it was the first time that I used Lancome. I did not like the formula on my face. I did not like how it felt on my skin. I have no idea, but for some reason, baby, I don't know if I just went into it with an open mind this time or what, but baby, this formula gave, and literally, like when I blend it out, it gave skin, like literal skin. Like y'all will see it in a second, but it was so beautiful. Like it was absolutely amazing. Do y'all see how this foundation is blending out like butter? Literal skin. Like respect. Respect is given to Lancome at this point. Alright guys, so now that that is all blended out, we are going to go ahead and apply our contour and our blush. As y'all know, I use Black Opal for my contour. I don't think I ever use anything else. So unless you guys have some suggestions, I am going to be using the e.l.f. Putty Blush as well as the liquid brush. Am I saying brush or blush? Y'all know what I mean. So guys, there wasn't a particular reason why I didn't use a brush to blend out my contour. I just picked up my sponge. So not for any like special technique or anything. I just picked up my beauty blender. I sprayed it with some setting spray to get it just a little bit damp, not wet. And I blended out my contour and it just turned out amazing. I ended up doing the same thing with my blush as well. I do want you guys to pay attention here again to the placement. The putty, I laid that down first with a brush, and then the liquid blush, I did only 2 dots in between each dot of putty blush. I took the same beauty blender that I used to blend out my contour and blended out the blush. Y'all, the color on this combination was absolutely beautiful. It gave me like a warm auburn kind of tone, but with like red undertones. It was so gorgeous. I just look at my face. Look how happy I am. Like, oh my gosh. And I want y'all to not be afraid to blend out your blush under your eye, because you're gonna go back in with the concealer and blend that concealer back out to brighten your under eye and to also blend out the harsh line of your blush. So everything is gonna come together smooth and blended. So just don't be afraid to move the product around, okay? So as y'all know, I use Airspun to powder under my eye and my lid. Here I am using the translucent Airspun, and I believe it's honey beige. So I just kind of mixed those, tapped it lightly, and yeah. To carve out my contour, I'm going to be going throwback here to my Sacha Buttercup. Sacha Buttercup has a really nice, almost like a yellow golden kind of tone to the powder. And I really only use it for fall because in the summer it can be just a bit too much, as well as the winter. But for fall, if you use it in moderation, it can be absolutely amazing. But if you use too much of it, you're gonna have some flashback. You're gonna look crazy when you're taking pictures. So just be very light-handed when using this product. To carve out my nose contour, I'm going to use my One Size translucent powder. For eyeshadow, we're going to go in with our Juvia's Place Warrior palette, the darkest shade. You're going to want to tap that in the corner of your eye, blend it up into your eyebrow. Try to stay away from the arch of your brow. You don't want to take the color that high. We're not going that dramatic for this look. To set my contour, y'all already know that I use Rihanna's Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. Guys, keep note how I am blending my contour up into my eyebrow. You will see why later. It all comes together with the eyeshadow and everything. Just do it, sis. For contour, I used the same brush that I blended out my foundation with. It just helped to smooth out the edges of the contour. I did use the same Pro Filter powder, but I put that on lightly because I'm going to be putting the blush on top of my contour. I'm going to be using 2 types of blushes. The first one is going to be Juvia's Place, that orangey blush that they have. Been trying to put the girls on an orange blush. If you haven't tried it yet, this is your sign. So you're just going to tap that on lightly. Make sure you tap off that excess. On top of the orange blush, we're going to put this NYX Buttermilk Blush. Now, I've never heard of this or tried it, but I saw it in Walmart, and the tone of it was just beautiful, so I wanted to try it. I didn't know how pigmented it was, so I used the same blush brush that I used for my Juvia's Place, tapped off a little bit of the excess, and put it on top, and y'all, look at that. Like, girl, giving. Like, what? What? So I wanted to flush out the harsh lines of the blush that I put on top of the cream brush. So I went in with my Juvia's Place. I did the bronzer palette. Y'all already know I use this on the regular. And just went directly under my eye rather than going closer to my contour. I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Pro filter for that. But it did help create like a really nice ombre effect. To brush away the powders on my nose, the center of my forehead, and also the carving of my contour, I used my Pro Filter by Fenty. My lip combination is going to be Bare Beauty Cosmetics. The first product that I'm going in is the matte lip in the tone Mocha. And then I'm going to go in the center with Nude Mode. After I do all of that, I'm going to take the liner, which is Walnut, and I'm going to go over that. So I know some people do their liner first, but this is just a new technique that I've tried, and it makes my lips look really juicy and full. It looks really good. So just try to do that. Put on your lip product first and then your liner last. Then go back in with a brush and clean up the edges. Okay guys, we are finally towards the end of the tutorial, and just look at that face. I mean, it eats down. So I did set my face with 3 different sprays. The first one is going to be the NYX Bear With Me spray. You're going to spray that, press it into your face. You're going to do the same thing with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And then lastly, with the one size, you are not going to press that into your face because I use it as a finishing spray. So you're just going to spray on a good coat of that. And that is it, baby. That's the look. You did it. You got to the very end. And thank you so much. If you like the look, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And be on the lookout for new looks, okay? Oh my God, y'all, look at that face. Period, sis. Eat down. Love you guys. Bye.